everyone, welcome back to this channel. In this video, I will be discussing about some questions which has been asked in CSR NET as well as in GATE examination. So let's start with the first one. So we have a system like this. We have given a magnesium. So what will form? Basically form. And will get converted to CH2MgBr. That means this portion is in plus and this is a negative portion, right? Now we have given a carbon dioxide. So in presence of carbon dioxide, what happens? This portion will attack the carbon dioxide. Okay. So it will get converted to an acid. As you know, in case of Grignard reagent, if we use a Grignard reagent, if we add carbon dioxide, it will get converted to a carboxylic acid, right? After hydrolysis, of course, after hydrolysis, that is why hydrolysis condition is also given. Carbon dioxide followed by hydrolysis will give you a CH2COOH. Now you have given COCl, okay? So it will convert this carboxylic acid to COCl, right? Convert this to and get converted to CH2COCl, right? Then what happens? You have given a base. So base will abstract this proton, right? This proton will get abstracted. So here a negative charge will come. This negative charge will come here as resonance, and so Cl will leave. So we'll end up with a ketene, right? So we are ending up with a ketene. The CH2 and so this is basically a ketene. Okay. Now what happens? As you know, so ketene undergoes 2+2 cycloaddition, right? 2+2 cycloaddition. Now there are two double bonds, okay? One double bond is over here and another double bond is in the exo position. Now, since the ketene is formed in the endo phase, so it will not react with this exo double bond. It will not react with this exo double bond. So it prefers to react with this double bond, okay? So it will undergo a 2+2 cycloaddition. So we are end up with this product. This is basically this one. And basically we are ending up with this type of product, right? And we'll get a. So the option D is the correct answer, right? So as you can see, only option D satisfies this, right? Okay. So let's move to the next one. So over here you have given a selenium compound. So it's the hydrogen, the deuterium, the below phase, the phenyl, and this is ACPH, right? So what happens? In presence of H2O2, this selenium will undergo oxidation. So basically, it will get converted to SOPH, or you can write like this. You basically convert it to SOPH, or you can write like this also, right? And we have a hydrogen in the same plane where the selenium is there and deuterium in the back side, right? Now what happens? It undergoes a intramolecular scene elimination. That means this CH bond and this C selenium bond should be in the same plane, should be coplanar. That is, CH and CAC bond should be coplanar. So, and in this reactant, it is coplanar. See, this CH is above and this C selenium is above. So both are in the same plane. So the elimination will take place. So this O minus will abstract this hydrogen. So it will form a double bond here, and this selenium carbon bond breaks. So we are ending up with this trans product. That means the phenyl phenol is in the trans. Okay. So the correct option is option C. So let's move on to the next problem. So what the next problem says, we have a nitro group over here, and we have a base given, right? So basically we have a nitro group and we've given a base, sodium ethoxide, sorry, PTONA, sodium ethoxide. So this will get abstracted, okay? Now as you can see, so this carbon ion is soft, right? It's a soft carbon ion because it takes part in conjugation with the nitrogen. So it will basically undergo 1,4 addition. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So it will undergo a 1,4 addition, right? What happens? This is NO2, it's minus, undergo 1,4 addition. We go. So we are ending up with this is O minus, and this is our NO2, right? So you have ethanol in the system. You have ethanol in the system. So this will come here and this proton will be abstracted, right? So we are getting this as the X, right? This is our X. So in the first case, after getting the X, we can eliminate this too. Okay. Now we have this options. Here we have both are X. Now in the second case, what happens? We have added titanium chloride and water. So basically, titanium chloride and water, what it does, it just convert a nitro group to a keto group, right? This converts a nitro group to a keto group. Okay, so option A is correct. Fine. Moving on to the next problem. So in this problem, we have given a cyclic keto. Okay, given a cyclic keto. So this will basically we have added. This will form a enamine, right? So it basically form a enamine. If we draw over here, it basically form a enamine. So this plus this will form a enamine, right? This is enamine. And enamine always prefers less hindered site, right? Prefers a less hindered site, right? So after the formation of enamine, what happens? We have given alpha beta unsaturated ketone, so it will undergo a conjugate addition, right? So enamine will undergo a conjugate addition. How it works? So we have the enamine structure form, so it will undergo a conjugate addition, O minus. So when it goes back, it will somehow abstract a proton, okay, because we have a catalytic H plus in the system. So we'll end up with this 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have a keto group. This is our N plus, right? So this portion, this one will undergo what happens? This one, if you hydrolyze, this will be converted to keto, right? It will be converted to keto, right? Now you have given a base, right? So you have given a base, so it will undergo a intramolecular aldol type reaction. So this proton will be abstracted, this will attack here, this will go over here. So we are ending up with, we're getting this one, right? Keto over here, and here we have a OH group. This. Now what happens? Now we have an acidic proton over here. So water elimination takes place. So we are getting the first product as this one, right? So this is our first product. Right? So this is our X. So let's match with X. So option C and D are not correct because our X doesn't match, right? So we are left with option A or B. Now you have given a sulfonium ylide. This is a sulfonium ylide, okay. And there is another ylide, that is sulfoxonium ylide, which is soft. This sulfonium ylide is hard because this negative charge cannot take part in conjugation. So this carbanion is hard. And in case of sulfonium ylide, there is some O group like this. So sulfonium ylide is soft because this can take part in conjugation, right? But in this case, it is a hard. So this is sulfoxonium. This one is sulfoxonium. And the given one is sulfonium ylide, which is hard. So it prefers the hard center, that is the CO center. Okay, it prefers the CO center. It will form an epoxide in the CO center. Okay, so we'll end up, see, here we are getting a cyclopropane in the CC bond, which is a soft bond. But here the sulfonium ylide is hard, so it will prefer the hard CO center. We will end up with this product. So option B is correct. Okay. So this is all for this video, and thanks for watching.